Hello, everyone. Welcome back to another episode of Are You Kidding Me? The podcast where all of us are with a bunch of teens talking about the mental health of us teens and shit that we go through in life and struggles in our mental health. Today's topic: depression and anxiety. We're going to be splitting this into a little bit of two separate parts. We're gonna take the depression part and separate that into three different parts, and so we're gonna take the anxiety part and also separate that into three different parts. Um, but yeah, sorry guys, I dropped something. If you, but yeah, it's your host, well, one of your main hosts, Zai. How y'all doing today?
Hi, it's Faye.
What up? It's Q.
Hope everyone having a fantastic Sunday. Also, yo, last week I really do apologize. We were very busy. There was a lot of stuff. All of us were going through a lot last weekend. Shout out to my people in Florida, yo. A lot of my people in the southern states. Shout out to y'all. Hope y'all are safe because
Absolutely.
I was hit by it too. I live in Florida, so I really do hope y'all are safe, bro. Keep y'all family safe. My prayers out to all of y'all. Um, I really do hope y'all are good, yo, because that shit was bad, bad. But yeah,
Real.
without further ado, let's jump into our main topic of today. So, first topic, I do want to talk about a little bit of the depression side. Um, there are very much different types of depression. There's major depressive, there's bipolar depression, but I do want to talk a lot about MDD, major depressive disorder. Major depressive disorder is one of those depressive disorders I feel that it sticks, and when it sticks, it's hard to come out like of that hole. As being an MDD holder, I do have MDD, and it makes it a lot harder for me to when things happen and like I go through really tough shit. It's harder for me to get out of that slump and bring myself back to the person I am. Like I remember when I lost my great grandmother when I was 9, bro. It took me forever to get myself back, to be able to want to wake up and be like, yeah, let's go do something today. It was so hard. Like, especially because she died on my birthday. That shit kind of hurt. So I do, but and also with depression, a lot of people don't really know this, but like, bro, depression like makes you so like a lot of people see it as lazy, but like it's not necessarily lazy. It's like we can do something, but then we don't want to do it once we start doing it. And that shit, like I don't know, me it kills.
Yeah, there's different symptoms, I guess. There's also like the depression where you're out doing everything instead of laying in bed not wanting to doing anything. It's the complete total opposite, but it's still a depression. And that one, um, it's harder, I guess, to see that in people because they're just automatic. People automatically assume, oh, they're fine. Look, they're doing everything they're supposed to, or not supposed to, but everything fine. They're still going out. They're having fun. They're doing all this stuff. They're doing everything, whatever. But obviously, that's more of a in your head, but have to keep. Sometimes people don't have a choice. They have to keep up and keep doing it. They don't have a choice. So it may seem like they're fine, but they're not fine.
No, yeah, I agree. Um, yeah, and I feel like a lot's another thing. People with like depression who don't want to talk about it. Like me, I hide it a lot. So like what I do is I drown it out, or I fill my days up with doing other things. Like I be on the game all day. Like bro, me and Q be on the game all day. I love playing with Q, bro. Like those are like the best times of my day for real. And I don't know, bro. I feel like with me, with depression, bro, I wouldn't do that shit. Like I wouldn't even get on the game. I wouldn't even touch my Xbox. I wouldn't even pick up my controller. Sometimes, like or even like motivation to like go play basketball because I love to hoop. Y'all know I love to hoop. Like, I hate that shit. I hate that when I'm in my depressive episodes and I can't. I don't have the motivation to do anything. Like I'm like, okay, I want to go do this, but then I'm like, but I don't want to go do this. Like the mental, like I don't have the physical motivation to go do it. And I feel like when it comes to other people, I feel like it's a lot easy. I feel like it's a lot harder. Per se, I'm not gonna say easier. I feel like it's a lot harder because I feel like some people can't bring themselves out of that hole, or bring themselves to get up out of bed and want to go do something. You know, you want to say something?
No, I'm just kind of listening right now. You good?
Um, and yeah, it's just I don't know, bro. The depression is just is one of those things that a lot of people look at, and a lot of people don't take it seriously, bro. Like a lot of people joke about people with depression. They're like, "Oh, you're just sad all the time." I mean, I can't help it. You feel me? Like I can't. Like it's not my fault. I can't wake up and go smile at the sun being up, nigga. Ain't my fault.
I think
Uh,
I think I think life in general is depressing. I mean, look at the things that go on a day-to-day basis, not just in our country but in our world. Like there's so much depressing shit. So like that's like sometimes I like really think, you know what I'm saying? Like is am I depressed or am I really just
sad.
fuck it, here's reality, bro. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like I'm not downplaying no one's depression, but like holy shit, the world is depressing. So I think that's another reason. I think that's a huge reason on why people's individual feelings and depressions and other problems going on in their lives get drowned out because I don't want to sound like a dick, but there's much bigger problems. And and I wouldn't say much bigger problems. That's probably not the best word or best terminology. I'd say that there's a lot of shit going on in general. So like it just almost goes unnoticed, you know? But it's rough. That's why I think everybody should be in therapy or counseling or some sort of
That's a
whatever.
definite. But then there's also like, and it's kind of in the going off of what you said, Q. I'm not gonna downplay anybody's because obviously everybody's depression is real, everybody's problems are real, everybody has their own. But also have to take into account that some people just do it to do it because they think it's a trend.
Yeah, absolutely. And
It's kind of like, I'll explain it in a way that explain it in a way like using a terminology that my dad said the other day. Something about how um everybody has their own accent. Like Southerners have Southern accents. People in PA, we have our Pennsylvanian accents. Like our O's are more out there. We present them out there. And then Floridians, they have their own accent. Like everybody has their own accents. Different countries, um, everybody does. My dad put it as a way in everybody is starting to sound the same because they're sounding like the internet, having an internet accent.
well, yeah, the internet has well, here's the real kicker about that too. Is because the internet plays a huge part in everybody's depression. The internet is probably the main cause of depression, honestly.
Bro, that's why I'm like so
And
tempted to
right,
everything.
and it's just like, holy fuck, I really like the way your dad said that. But um, I totally agree, and here's my way I think about like depression. Right, I think yes, there's a lot of people that like, oh, I'm just depressed, right, and they use that as an excuse to not wake up and to go to work. They use that as an excuse to not clean their house when it's filthy, and you see what I'm saying. But I also do believe that yeah, we may not have MBD or major bipolar or major depression disorder, but everybody gets depressed. Everybody has been an episode of depression, whether that be a day, a week, a month. Everyone has gone through it at least once in their lives, and chances are they'll go it more times than they can count on their fingers. But that's why this is like, you just, number one, like I already said, have a therapist or a counselor, and when we talk about coping mechanisms, this is going to come in a little more. But the sad reality of it is you just kind of have to push through and persevere through life, because life does not care about you. It's not going to cater to you, and it will kick your ass every damn day if you let it. So
You really weren't kidding in the first episode that you were gonna be the reality check person.
Yo,
No,
like,
I thought you were gonna be more like whatever, but no, this motherfucker is gonna play you straight. But yeah, you're right.
but this is, like I said, like my mother, okay, who she's bipolar and she has multiple personality disorder, and she suffers from a whole fucking list of mental illness plus drug abuse. So like, coming from a person who's lived this, right? I wouldn't necessarily say I'm depressed. I have really bad anxiety. I have horrible fucking anxiety, but I'm not depressed at all. Like, there's days where I'm like, man, I hate life. You know what I'm saying? But I don't know. But maybe that's just perseverance. I don't know. But I know that not everybody's the same. So I also know that the way I think about things is not how everybody else is going to think. And that's okay for anybody whoever is like, oh my God, I don't agree with that. I'm not going to hate you for it. And I hope you don't hate me for it either. So
trust me and Q had a lot of split decisions today. A lot. But yeah, to go back on what you said though, I agree. I think with coming from a person with major depressive disorder, I think it's because I feel like you're stuck in a loop for so long. It's hard to realize when you're not there. You know, as in you're down, you're down so much. You don't want to exist so much. It's like when you don't feel that way, what to feel is what to do, what to feel, what I got to do now. Before I know I slip back into this episode, I'm probably not gonna be able to bring myself back out of it again. And I think that's why for me, I think that makes it a lot harder to exist. Like if I had really had to exist on my own, I don't think I'd be. I don't think I'd make it, bro. I generally don't, because I know I'm not. Like I can be independent, but like I need my people around me. Like I can't just be by myself, because I know
there's
I
no
deserve.
such thing. I don't think there's any person in the history of ever who has walked through life by themselves
No, of
and
course
been
not.
successful.
Of course
I don't think it's happened. Unless, I mean,
Don't.
you give me a name, then. But
That reminded me, whenever you said successful, it reminded me of something. There was something I was looking into the other day. Don't look towards success, look for achievements, because if you constantly are looking for success, you're never going to get it. Look for your achievements, because you can achieve so many different things. Success is an endless amount, because once you get one thing, you're going to want to look for the another, and then another, and another, and another. It's an infinite loop, and you're going to constantly look for that success, and you're never going to reach it.
well,
So just look for achievements.
you should never be content. Contentment is bad, especially like with your living situations or like your job. You should never just be like, okay, I'm just gonna stop it here. You should always achieve and go for the more. So like,
Don't settle for less.
yeah, right. So like, you should always keep wanting and wanting and wanting, right? That's human nature to keep going. Like, so if I I agree what you're saying though. I see what you mean by I remember this thing. I can't remember what it was. I can't remember exactly how it goes, but it was like it was like yeah, I think it was something like don't make goals, make achievements or something along the lines or something like that. But
There was
I'm getting
it was
ahead of myself. But basically, uh, once you hit that certain point in your life that you've been dreaming of or you've been working hard towards or whatever the case may be, whether it be graduating high school or college or getting the dream car or job or you got married and had kids like you wanted, whatever the case may be, you should never just leave it there. You should always keep going. Because if you don't keep going, then because life, like I said, life keeps going, right? It never stops, it never drops. So like when you slow down, life doesn't, which it's okay. Like we all slow down and speed up and don't move at all some days, and that's okay.
but don't do nothing.
Right,
Exactly.
right. My phone's about to die. Gotta get my charger.
Yeah.
Going back to what Zai said though about staying in touch with people, don't that I guess that's one of the main things with depression. Do not withdraw from life. Don't. And I know it's hard, trust me, like getting into such bad depression episodes, me like personally, because I have bipolar 1 disorder and MDD. I don't talk about it. I don't like to, just because I guess I have my thing in my head is if I talk about it, it's me making up excuses, so I don't talk about it. Um, but going into like coping skills for it, I guess, stay in touch with people, with the people that you love. If you say you go to groups or something, or you're on a basketball team or you're on different sports teams or something, or you go to church on Sundays, don't not go just because you feel it. Try and push yourself to go do it anyway, because who knows, you might end up, it might make you feel better.
Not only that, not only might it make you feel, not only will it make you feel better, maybe it'll give you an opportunity. Maybe like say if you go to like you said basketball practice, right?
Yep.
You never know. You might got a college scout at practice. Shit, you might go dunk on somebody, and the college scout might give you an offer. You feel me? Like no, like it's being so serious. Like these scouts go to AAU games, they go to practices, they go to all these different things, and you like it takes one thing, like we've been saying, it takes that one thing to give you that exposure. So like you said, just you never know what's gonna happen, so why not do it? I don't know. That's how I feel about life right now.
A couple other coping mechanisms I would suggest using. Stay active. I know people, doctors and a lot of other things that you don't want to hear people say. All the adults in your life that once said, you gotta be active. It might help make you feel better. They're not lying. It will help make you feel better. Staying active, because it re- releases endorphins and different chemicals from your brain that will help. Um, I guess
And
some other.
and staying
Sorry.
active also doesn't mean that you have to go fucking to the gym. It doesn't
Yeah.
mean you have to go on a 2 mile run. It means if you like plants and you like gardening, that means go outside and tend to your garden for an hour, 30 minutes out the day. That means, you know what I'm saying? Like a year or two ago, it was a quick little hobby. And I mean, I still love it to this day. I just don't play it as much. But I got really invested into table tennis, ping pong, right? And you'd be amazed on how active the sport is. Like you'd just be amazed and how much sweating, how much energy you're wasting just by hitting a ball back and forth across the table. But that's what I'm saying. Little things like that. Anything is activity, right? Just going outside, walking your dog, or taking a walk with your girlfriend, or your brother, or sister, or mom, or dad, or anything. So anything that's moving your muscles in any way, shape, or form, that's activity. You don't have to be a basketball player or a football player.
Yeah, no. Let's say what you've been feeling down, you haven't been able to clean your house. Clean your house. That's your activity for the day. Like there, it could be the smallest of things.
It's gonna take a lot to lift that couch up.
Exactly. See, exactly. I guess some other ones would be face your fears. Don't avoid the things you find difficult, because you're just gonna be stuck in your head if you don't. Like, listen, what's that one thing? Yeah, what's that one thing you're worrying so much about? Do it. Then you don't have to worry about it no more because you did it. It's done.
Nope.
That's so true though. Like, that's so real.
And procrastination is a big thing with people with depression. You got to stop procrastinating because you're only hurting yourself. You're not, you know what I'm saying? It's you're only damaging yourself even more. That homework assignment that's due in a week, do
You
it
get that
tomorrow. Do it
no,
tonight.
guys, no, you better start it tonight.
Because you know what? You're gonna wait until next week, a day before it's due, and then you're not even gonna do it because you didn't have enough time to do it.
Do it when the first thought comes into your head that you should. Do it then. Well, depending on what it is. If it's like what, don't take that out of context either. Don't be like, oh yeah, I should buy that thing. It's like $1,000. No, don't do that. That is not what we mean either. Okay, we mean in the good aspect. Like, I don't really want to I've been thinking about going for a run or a small walk or something, but I don't really want to do it. No, just go put your tennis shoes on, go put on some nice clothes, and go walk.
Right.
Like that. We don't mean spend a bunch of freaking money just because you think of it.
we all seen those cartoons, right? Where you got the dude's gonna make a stupid decision. You got the devil on the left shoulder talking about don't do or go do it. It's gonna be fun or this, that, and the other, right? And then you got the angel saying don't do it. You know you're gonna mess yourself up. This is a bad idea. It is completely real. We all have that devil and the angel on our shoulders telling us it's right or it's wrong because we all know right from wrong and we don't make mistakes. We only make choices. And you have to start listening to that angel, quote unquote, that's on your shoulder telling you to make the good decisions, to make the best decisions for you. Because here's the thing. The good decision that your angel's telling you is a good decision doesn't mean it's the same angel on my shoulder. You see what I'm saying? It could be very different things. So listen to your gut, what is best for you.
You can take people's opinions into consideration.
Absolutely.
And be like, oh, maybe, whatever. But don't live your whole life based on somebody else's opinions and decisions, because trust me, no, it does not end you any good. That's like what one of the major problems I have had with past like relationships or friendships. I don't like making decisions for myself, so I go based off what everybody else says around me. Don't do it. Don't
that's
do it.
One thing that I live by in any relationship is your relationship is your relationship. Okay? So like obviously if there's a problem and like Zai's right here and be like, Zai, oh my god, she's irritating the shit out of me, right? But when we have big fights, don't go to your mother and be like, oh my god, he's such a piece of shit. He lied about this. He's lazy. He's this. He's that. He's this, right? Because here's the real reality of life. You will forgive your boyfriend, your girlfriend, whatever the case may be. You can forgive them. Your mom, your dad, your grandma, your cousin, your best friend will not. They will hold it over them forever. And then it's going to make you resent them. It's a bad mix. It's bad. So whenever you have problems, if you really need someone to talk to about it, get a therapist.
I can't stand this nigga, bro.
Sorry, that just okay. Anyways, but also take into like other things, not just like your family, for instance, like when you're going to argue, having arguments with your significant other and your all that. It also is like, how do I, um, how do I put this? I can use, I guess, an example of mine. Um, I don't really like talking about that, but I can use an example of mine just to give the idea. Um, let's say I don't know how to explain it. I'm sorry. Asking your significant other, for instance, you live your own life. Yes, your significant other is in your life now. You do have to take them into consideration, but your life is your life in your own. Okay, you have to remember that as well. Do things for yourself because you cannot love nobody. You cannot help nobody if you're not loving and helping yourself. So you also have to take that into consideration. Don't go based off what that person wants or what they need and everything because if they love you for who you are, then they'll love you for who you are. Don't completely change yourself. Don't do all that stuff. Like, I had a bad thing where I don't like making my own decisions. So I'll ask the other person their opinion on it, or a significant other their opinion on it, or something. And instead of just taking their opinion into consideration, I completely go straight into that and then do that. It's not a good thing because it will lead you into probably a really bad depressive episode, not gonna lie, because you know deep down that you don't really want to do that. You don't feel comfortable with that. That's not something that's you. That is not you. You're just doing it because that's what you think that they want. That's what you think that they whatever, and you want them to exactly. People pleasing, don't do it. Yeah. Just don't don't go based off doing all of that. Like, it sucks. It really does. There was something else I was gonna say, but then you said Then you said people pleasing, and they completely got me off fucking track, and I don't remember.
Anyway, it's already 30 minutes, so we can get on the same damn topic.
Yeah. Oh yeah, I guess we should move to the next thing.
The causes of depression, or y'all want to go to straight to anxiety?
Straight to anxiety because we did talk about some causes and stuff. Well, I mean, I guess some other causes before we move to anxiety. There's like the different causes of depression, like what mothers
No, let's say
postpartum
genetic.
depression,
It's definitely genetic.
genetic postpartum. There's substance
Absolutely.
depression.
Can I want a quick tangent. I had a downstairs neighbor. She got evicted. But anyway, she had this friend who was pregnant and she just had her baby. And it's been like, I don't know, maybe a couple weeks. Well, I just seen her the other day. Holy fuck. Super skinny. Like, unhealthily skinny. Like, whoa. You just had a baby. And well, anyway, she's suffering from postpartum so bad. Like, so bad. That's horrible. She hasn't been eating, not sleeping. It's a problem. It really is.
Yeah, it is. There's different types of the postpartum depression though, because it can lead to a postpartum psychotic. I've seen my first hand of that, and oh my gosh, that's scary. Um, Make a routine for yourself though. Make sure you eat better, especially like postpartum, for instance. If your mother's out there, you just had a baby, you're going through really bad postpartum depression, do not be afraid to ask for help. Please ask for help. It will be better for you and better for your child. Please ask for help. Get the rest that you need. Eat the food, like eat properly, do all this stuff. You're taking care of this baby, but you have to take care of yourself too. Make sure you do that.
I know someone who's in prison right now who, because she didn't take care of herself, she snapped and she killed her child. And she's sitting in prison for the rest of her life right now.
Yeah.
And it's a problem. So,
there's somebody that I knew that kind of almost semi sort of tried doing that. They tried, she drank a bunch and then she was so drunk and then she tried breastfeeding her baby. Don't do that.
Yeah, because
Please
listen,
don't.
we all know about antibodies. If you don't know about antibodies, okay? What antibodies are is when you get the common cold, when you get COVID, or you get any type of infection in your body or sickness, your white blood cells create antibodies that help attack those viruses and bad things in your body. And when you have a child, mothers, I'm talking to you, when you have a child, for the first 6 months, that baby creates zero antibodies because it hasn't had no sicknesses. It hasn't been in contact with anything. So when you breastfeed your baby, all of your antibodies are going directly to the child. So that means if you're taking drugs, if you're drinking alcohol, your baby will have those same effects. It will start to suffer from withdrawal. It will have all the same effects you go through, and it'll be much worse because it doesn't know. Like people who are on drugs, they know when they need a fix. They know when their body's shaking and sweating. They know they just need another go get high. A baby doesn't know that. It's not fair to the child, and it's wrong. So you need to be mindful. Absolutely.
Very mindful. Very
Shut up!
true.
Shut up! Shut up! Shut the fuck up! Oh my.
I'm sorry, I
Can we go
couldn't
on to
resist.
anxiety now, please?
Yeah, we can do that. My
My
bad.
fucking god.
Sorry. I couldn't resist. It's Q's fault. He said the word.
No, it's your fault. You were just complaining about having an online. Everybody's having the same online language.
Oh shit. You got a point.
Online
You got a
accent.
point. You use my words against me. Okay, let's
At least you
move
wasn't
on.
doing stupid Ohio Phantom.
Oh my god.
God. You
My
did
little
not.
sister, I kid you freaking not. This 9-year-old, she's about to turn 10 in like 10 days, okay? This little freaking girl goes around saying all of that stuff.
What's
Huh?
up with you Scorpios, bro? What's up with the Scorpios, bro?
Whoa.
I forgot he was a Scorpio. Wait, I didn't mean it like that. I didn't mean it like that.
Okay, a little bit off topic, y'all. Okay, let's move on.
All right.
Anxiety. So different types, social anxiety, severe
I'll
anxiety.
be honest. I'm gonna need y'all help, so we gonna all participate in this one until y'all can go on y'all's. Me personally, I suffer from regular anxiety, separation anxiety, and social anxiety. If any of you came up to me in public, I will probably like freak the fuck out. I'm gonna be so dead ass.
Yeah, I just got regular anxiety and separation anxiety. I am completely social. I will take my black ass on a stage and fucking say the most out of pocket shit, mic drop that shit, and walk off like I just fucking won a Grammy, bro. Like I swear to God.
See, Zai can do that with people that they're close to, okay?
Hey, I can't do that.
No.
I have an anxiety attack.
I'll walk up to the president of the United States, calm and
Alright.
No. Q, I get it. We get your point now, but don't be saying that shit out online.
What?
You can't say things like that about the president. It's legal.
It's legal.
It's illegal. You can't say stuff like that.
Say what? What'd I say? I'm gonna dap him up?
That's okay. Anyways, so next, different. Okay,
Anyway.
Okay, post-traumatic stress disorder also has their specific anxieties.
PTSD is like one in my opinion. Oh my god.
Agoraphobia.
I feel like
The anxiety panic disorders.
What are you talking about?
The
different types of anxiety.
Okay.
There's OCD anxieties. I have OCD, and I also have social anxiety disorder. So my social anxiety varies. I guess mine's kind of like I worry so much about what other people think about me. Like last week at work, I think it was last week, something went on, something happened, and I pay attention way too much about the dumbest stuff ever. So there was this guy at work who itched his nose 5 times in 5 minutes. And the fact that I knew that shit and paid attention to that just it's not okay. But I can pay attention to small things like that, and it's not like I'm looking at him
How
to
old was
like
this
do
guy?
all that. I don't know, but the job that I have, it's dusty and stuff in there, so
Okay.
it's like you mess with your nose all the time. So the same thing with me is like I mess with my nose a lot there because it's
You also
really
have, like,
dusty. Yes. Anyways, so I said it to him out loud because he touched his nose again. He was like, oh, "My nose is so itchy." I'm like, "That's like the 5th time that I seen you itch your nose in like 5 minutes." He completely ignored it for like a minute, and then a minute later he goes, "You were counting how many times I was itching my nose?" I'm like, "No, not like that." And I immediately shut down. I immediately shut down, and I'm just like, okay. So I put my headphone in, and I just like completely did not talk to anybody for the rest of the day because I'm like, no, that was like a week before then. That was like a couple days before then. But that happened, and I'm just like, oh my gosh, that makes me look crazy. Like, did he's gonna think that I'm stalking him and looking at him now and all this other stuff, and like all the thoughts in my head just go on a freaking spiral. Like that's how bad my anxiety is. Like it'll just go on a spiral. Like, oh my god, I did that. I'm so stupid. I looked so stupid doing that. Oh my god. And the thing is that I was doing well for a long time of not caring, not paying attention to what people said, not doing all that. I was able to talk to people. I had no problem with it, and like I was doing very well for a while to the point where my little sister threw a tantrum in Walmart. I got on the floor and started throwing a fucking temper tantrum in front of her just to make her mad so I could, like, you know, be like, this is what you're doing, so I'm gonna do it too, and embarrass the hell out of her. It worked. She hasn't done it since. That's what I used to do. Like, I was perfectly
That's
fine.
worse than Michelle Gaslight on Vince, bruh.
And now it's just, oh my gosh, it's so bad. Like I worry so much that I'll look stupid, or like I say something, I'm like, no, I should not have said that, and it's so bad.
Yeah, so like for me, I overthink. Like my mind runs a million fucking miles an hour, and I shake really bad, and my body gets cold, and I have to throw up, and my head hurts. It's horrible. Like it's really bad, and sometimes it happens in little shit like interviews. I hate interviews. Um, I hate it's anytime there's any bit of pressure on me. Honestly, anytime there's any pressure, my anxiety fucking wreaks havoc on my body. And like even like when little shit like playing the game, right? I'm playing 2K. The score is 19-19. If the ball gets past me, I'm shaking already. I'm shaking. I can't
Shaking like
feel.
I'm dribbling.
I can't feel my fingers. My hands are cold. My feet are cold. My body's cold. I'm shaking. I feel like I have to throw up. And that's just over the game. Little shit that doesn't even matter.
Not for real, because I'll be
But
sitting there like, because it was just saying.
so you have to be aware of the problems that you have in your own life, and only then can you really determine what to do to fix those problems. And for me, the problem isn't fixed. I have it all the time, but I stopped. I wouldn't say caring as much, but like you gotta let the pressure. You have to find a way to let it just roll off you a little bit, because you'll realize that all of the weight and responsibility and burden that you guys put on yourselves is just that, just burden put on yourselves. It doesn't need to be there. It has no purpose. It serves no purpose. You're not helping yourself. You're not helping anybody by carrying those burdens. Sometimes we just have to let things go. And
And I was gonna say something, but I forgot we're not bringing up religion in this podcast, so never mind. Anyways.
I mean, we can bring up religion. We just can't push religion on anybody. You can
Oh
bring up religion.
no, never. I'm not that kind of person. I would
You're
never do that.
allowed, just like
Okay.
you're allowed to bring up anything. You just can't force nothing, if that
Yeah,
makes sense.
yeah. No, I completely get
So
that.
like I'm not gonna be
And
like, Faith, you can't say God or Christian, but you can absolutely say whatever you're about to say.
okay, in my perspective is, I guess, because I am Christian, so in my perspective is give your worries, give your burdens, um, to God, to Jesus, and just let it go to them, give it all to them, and you'll be okay. There's a specific verse from the Bible that can explain that, but I don't want to get into all that. But yeah.
I listen. I even who's someone who doesn't believe in Christianity, I agree. You have to let someone carry it because we are only human. That's the crazy part, right? That's the crazy part that none of us can comprehend, is that we're only human. So whatever you believe in, and even if you don't believe in any of it, we're only human. We can only do so much. We cannot fucking. We can't fly. We can make things. See what I'm saying? We can make technology. We can do certain things, but there's nothing we can do that will take those burdens off of us.
You can also, I can use this book. There's this book called The Subtle Art of Not Giving a Fuck. I don't know if you guys have heard it or if anybody else has heard it. That's what the book is called. So if you don't want to take, like a religious point of view on it, like if you're not religious, that's perfectly okay. You can just choose what you give a fuck about. Life is short. Don't give too many fucks, okay? There's things that you shouldn't give a fuck about, like
But
that,
you,
from that point of view, because it will send you into a feedback loop of hell where you're constantly thinking, constantly, and you're never gonna get shit done because you're constantly giving too many fucks. That's what the book is pretty much revolving around. I love the book. It's so funny.
I had an older woman tell me a couple weeks ago that one of my biggest problems is that I want to fix the world and I can't. So that made me think. That really got me thinking. So if I can't fix the world, what am I gonna do, right? And the only answer to that question is fix what you can. Fix yourself. Fix your children, your future children that you're gonna be able to raise. Whatever your parents did to you, it doesn't have to be the same way. You know what I'm saying? Whatever you
Cycle.
hate, if you really don't believe in Christmas, if you don't believe in fucking whatever, dude, you don't have to do it. This is your chance to almost renew you, because too many people are living in a fake personality of internet persona of their mother of being what their mothers and fathers wanted them to be, or being what their grandparents wanted them to be. And it has to stop, because you will never find peace in your own life if you don't really go out and obtain what you want. And it's sad because too many people, man, die without ever knowing peace. I mean, they've had wives, they've raised children, they've had successful jobs, they've had money, and they still have never obtained peace. It's an epidemic, and it will happen probably forever. But you have to be determined enough and open minded to see that not every one of your problems are from your parents, are from things that you've been
Take
through.
take accountability. You also
Exactly.
play your own part. You play your own part. Take accountability for it. That actually might reduce a lot of the anxiety that you have, is once you admit to the fact that some of it is your doing too.
Yep.
Like if you admit to, that's like the hardest pill I had to swallow in the past 3 months with everything that I'm going through. It is the hardest pill I've had to swallow. And honestly, if it wasn't for Zai telling me straight up as it was, I would not have swallowed that pill. I really wouldn't have. But I took it into accountability. But going on something, because I remember going off something that you said, Q, about peace, I understand, especially with my background growing up in a chaotic home lifestyle.
Mm-hmm.
Once you get that feeling of peace in your life, you get scared because you are so used to everything being loud, so used to everything being chaotic. So as soon as you get that little thing of peace, you get that feeling of boredom.
No, I don't.
Or not really boredom, but you get this like feeling like it's like weird or something seems off, something seems wrong, but there
I
not
don't.
really is.
I see what you're saying, but I wouldn't call it peace. I seriously like. I don't think I've obtained peace, and I really don't think anybody I've ever met has attained peace. I mean, I don't. You know you better than me, but what I'm saying is, what I grew up in a chaotic household too, constantly arguing, constantly fighting, constant death threats, fucking just abuse. So like, I understand, but what you are talking about, I don't think is peace. I think it's change a change of everything. It's something you don't know, so
That
it's just
too,
different.
yeah.
It's just change. You see what I'm saying?
That as well, yeah. But I don't think, like you said, people won't like ever actually obtain peace. You'll have peaceful
Yeah,
moments, that's for
I'm
sure,
talking.
definitely.
I'm talking about true inner peace. True
With
inner
yourself.
peace. And that is so hard to obtain. And because like it's the same thing with like heaven and all of that, right? It's all just like I believe it's all just inner tranquility is all it really is. And like that's why it's so hard to obtain because we are thrown so many curveballs in life. We are shot and stabbed and kicked while we're down and trampled on and spit on all throughout life. But for those few that really, 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 really understand what they're going through and understand that our physical lives is not the end. And I really don't, and like I said, I don't believe in Christianity. I'm talking like on a spiritual level. Like, live your life literally, seriously live your life as if it's your last moment on earth because you will hear it. But every day is not guaranteed. It really isn't. I mean, I had a cousin who died of cancer, for Christ's sakes. A baby. You know what I'm saying? Like 5 years old, didn't even experience life. That's not fair. You know what I'm saying? So you never know what could happen. So you need to.
She had Down syndrome, and kids with Down syndrome don't normally make it past 5, 6 years old. She passed away a week before she was about to turn 6. I think it was a couple years ago, actually. She passed away in her sleep. So yeah, I definitely agree with what you said there too.
Yeah, and just be kind. Because being kind is it will unlock so many opportunities for you. And you will be like even just like walking into the gas station. Okay? You could walk into the gas station one day and just be super kind to this dude who was having a bad day. And this dude could be, the door, the foot in the door for your dream job, or whatever the case may be. But that's what I'm saying. If you be kind to others, it will reflect back onto you. Karma is a real thing. I really believe in karma, and good and like if you do good for others, it will come back and bless you tenfold. For real. It may not be tomorrow, it won't be next week, or maybe next month or the next year. It could be 20 years down the line, dude. But it will happen for sure.
On to the causes of anxiety. That's something
Um,
else. That's on
that's a
YouTube.
that's another one. Genetic. It's a really big genetic thing. Um, but it could also be from you know parents drinking while being pregnant. Um, it could be caused from just our society because, like I said, of how depressing our society is and all the evilness that goes on. A lot of our mental illnesses are caused by, the people we go to school with, our teachers. Like, it's not always just our parents. A lot of people have very loving parents, very stable households, and are very depressed and very, have very bad anxiety. And um uh Faith, you got any other reasons, like factual reasons?
Facts.
Um,
I mean, I kind of do. To go
I'm
off what
talking
you
like,
said, like society. Like bro, I growing up, I was always so scared to talk to people because of y'all know I'm not very much of a, I guess, quote unquote normal, even though there's no such thing as normal. But when back in middle school, I didn't fit in at all. I was I was the one kid that you looked at, you were like, why are you here? Like I fit in, like I was in every group because I could do, I felt like I could do anything and be with everyone.
Speaking of social anxiety, sorry, I lived with somebody and I had to mute because they had to walk through, but my anxiety just went. Yeah. um, but yeah, I guess we could. I think we got a lot of the causes and the different types down. We could do like coping skills, coping mechanisms for your anxiety. Has anybody heard of the 333 rule?
what was it?
The 333 rule.
Hell no.
Observing three things that you can see, point out three
Oh,
things that you can see,
that's
three things you can hear, and three things you can move or touch. The reason for being why people say the 333 rule, if you've ever been to therapy and they've explained it to you or different groups or something, by the time you're done naming everything, you will forget what the fuck that you were anxious about.
I agree.
Yeah.
It's called a grounding technique. So, say I'm having a horrible anxiety attack, I'm over here, like, it's about to turn into a panic attack. So, I'll be like, three things I can see: TV, lights, curtain. Three things you can hear: the air conditioner, these, the feedback from these fellow people on the computer right here. Um, and, jeez, what else are you gonna hear? Oh, the ceiling fan. Yes, I can't really hear it, but I'm just gonna just say that. Three things you can move or touch: my pillow, my blanket, and this notebook that has all of my stuff on it for this
Damn.
podcast. Sorry, I just had to let you guys. So by the time you're done doing all of that, you'll probably forget everything that you were worried about. And it's not as easy like that because obviously I'm not having an anxiety attack or anything. I'm okay. But it's not as easy as it was just to do that right now. It does take a little bit more time when you are freaking out, having an anxiety attack or having really bad anxiety. It takes more time, so it'll probably take a good amount to do all that because you know you're anxious. You can't really think too much. But by the time you get finished with it all, you will forget. Unless that doesn't work for you. If that doesn't work for you, there's other things.
I know for a lot of people, me personally, with my anxiety, I'm a writer. I love writing. So what I do is I take I take my thoughts and what I'm thinking, I write them down, and then after I'm done writing, I burn them. They called, I don't know if you know, they're called burn books.
Yep.
I do that a lot, and it helps. At least it helps me because I know writing helps me, like helps me calm down. Excuse me. And writing is one of those things that I feel that once you really start to write, and once you let your mind go, and you let your hand take over and let your hand do everything on the paper, you're gonna eventually forget, and you're just gonna start writing. You're gonna get into writing something else that you didn't that you were writing from the start. Right? Like you start off by writing how everything's so overwhelming, and then next thing you know, you're on the back of the page and you're talking about how you want to get tacos or something. Like it's genuinely, no, it's serious because that's what happens with me. And it's a funny thing. Like it's funny to think about, but it's so true, and it's really serious. Like,
Yeah.
I wish I could give y'all a good coping mechanism, but like I said, this is something I seriously struggle with. Um, but I guess if I really thought about it, what helps me, I guess, is once I do eventually try to like, I try to take my mind off it, and it's hard. It really is because like, I love anime and I love, I'm a gamer. I love playing games, and I even doing that, I really struggle to stop thinking about whatever it is or, whatever. But I'd say, definitely finding something that I enjoy doing helps me a lot. Help me take the edge off, help me, not think about it as much. It's still very hard though, so don't.
I think another thing is if you're one of the like if you have a few people or if it's just one person that helps you calm down.
Zai, you're quiet.
Oh, my fault. Hold on, let me grab my mic then. But as I was trying to, if you're like you have really bad anxiety, and if you have at least like that one person that helps you calm down, go to that person and just talk to them. Like it doesn't even have to be about what's making you anxious. Like you just talk. Like I know when I really just don't feel like it, I tell Q to get his ass on the game, and then we just start playing the game, and I just completely forget what the fuck I was thinking about. Or I'll go to Faye, and then I don't know, we'll like watch Belize or something.
Yep.
And I think what I'm trying to say here is surround yourself when you're going through it and you have that anxiety and you're being really anxious. Try to surround yourself with the people you feel safe around, and I mean that emotionally safe, as in the people who are actually going to listen to what you have to say and help you with what you are going through. I know these two lovely people on this podcast with, they got my back no matter what. I know Q as do, even though he probably don't like me for the decisions I made earlier.
Dude, no, you're a scumbag for that. I don't you know that.
How
What
am I a
did I
scumbag for that?
miss?
Bro, she
Yo,
cheated on me.
we will talk about that off this podcast. Your face,
Okay, yeah, but y'all really gotta tell me after this because I'm so
Got you.
fucking lost right now.
Do you wait? Hold on, time out. Off topic, real quick. Do you don't play the game?
They have
The
a
game
P5.
that y'all were playing earlier?
Any
Yeah, I have
game.
a PlayStation 5. I play games.
You don't own an Xbox?
No, I have a PS5.
Well, fine. You're fucking bougie and shit.
Oh, shut the hell up. Okay. I'm gonna say a few more coping mechanisms for anxiety real quick before we continue to keep going off topic. Okay, I don't know if people know like natural herbs and stuff. Chamomile, drink some hot chamomile tea. That is a natural anxiety relief.
Yep.
Whether you believe it or not, you don't have to believe it, that is fine. But try it out, see if it helps, and if it does, bamboozle. So cool. Anyways, sorry.
That was funny. Not gonna lie.
And here's another thing, right?
Turning off my social anxiety.
Cannabis, marijuana.
Oh my
Okay.
God.
Yes, it helps, but it is proven that it raises anxiety. For some people. Some people it helps. Some people it definitely does help.
It does give
But
anxiety.
I have people in my family that it raises anxiety, dude. Like it gives them paranoid, it makes them anxious. So
I know you guys
yes,
can't see me, but I'm raising my hand.
you will hear people tell you that, oh, marijuana is helpful. And it very much can be. But also remember that your body is not their body. So just take that into account. So like she was saying, whatever your friend their opinion is, take it into consideration. Try it even. but don't live by it because it could do more harm than good. So just be mindful.
Yep.
Yeah.
Sorry. Okay, go outside, go take a walk, enjoy the sun. Vitamin D is actually a known good healthy vitamin for anxiety. Believe it or not, look it up. I'm so serious right now. It is true. Vitamin D actually helps. It's
Q,
a
if you hit this vape one more time and then blink, I'ma laugh.
Oh, like right now, my fucking anxiety is rising.
Yo, bro.
Probably because you're hitting the vape. Anyways, okay, so take some deep breaths. That doesn't help everybody. So when
Do a backflip. I'm sorry. Don't actually. I'm sorry.
That's alright saying it to us because we're your friends, but do not be telling all these people to do a backflip.
I said it's a joke. It's a joke. Don't actually. If you if you come to my streams, you know I say it all the time.
If you like backflips,
okay,
you're being active.
No, I am not telling y'all to actually go outside and do a backflip. Lord.
Okay, and just know that not all of these will help everybody. Like you said, everybody is different. You can take things into consideration, and try it. Even if it works, it works. If it doesn't, it doesn't. Move on, find something else. We're just giving some examples, some coping skills that may help you. Try them, see if they do. Taking deep breaths help a lot of people, but there's a lot of people that it don't help either because you're too freaking out to be able to breathe. So, I guess the last couple things I could say, it's yes, all of this, it's all easier said than done. It will not happen overnight. It won't work overnight. These coping skills will not work overnight. There's some that will, some that won't. I mean, it just depends on how you are, who you are, and all that stuff. Another thing is, if you are going through all these things that we have talked about in this whole entire episode, do not, and I am very adamant on this, do not be afraid to ask for help. Use your resources around you. You can even go, like, if you don't have people around you that can help you, you don't have close friends, your family, and everything, you can't go to them for anything, go to your PCP, go to your primary care physician, go to your doctor. They'll give you referrals to therapists or something. Get in touch with people, like use your resources. There's a lot of things that you could do. You don't have to go to somebody close. I understand that may suck. Like that may be what is causing your depression and your anxiety and everything, that you don't have somebody close to you that can help with that. You don't have that person that will calm yourself down. You don't have that. But you have different resources. The internet, for instance, instead of using the internet to make yourself depressed, being scrolling on TikTok and watching all these negative videos, look up on Google different resources around you. That's what the internet was technically made for,
Yep.
Another thing. Nature sounds. That helps a lot. I'm gonna be honest. If I'm freaking out, I'm about to listen to whales sing in the ocean. Don't ask why. Just know I like the water. All right. Okay. Music is another thing. What I'm saying, don't listen to songs that are gonna make you freak out even more. Go listen to like a lo-fi beat. Go listen to a song that your brain is gonna be able to break down and listen to the beat to forget what the hell you were thinking about. Because when I listen to music, my brain's locked in on the beat half the time. My brain's processing what beat and what instrument is doing what. So, exactly. So, excuse me. Music and nature sounds, really big thing.
Meditation sounds.
Meditate.
Even you can meditate. Yeah, you could meditate. Even yoga. Your activities that you like to do, like Q said, things that he likes to do, he tries to do that to help. That helps as well. I draw. I read. Well, I haven't for a little while now, but you could do those things that you like to do.
You can read? I'm sorry. I'm so sorry.
If I lived in Florida... Anyways, but yeah, those are some other things as well. Unless you need a good cry. If that's what you're worried about and you haven't cried in so long and that's genuinely what's making you anxious and making you upset or something, cry. Make yourself cry. That's what I do. I'm gonna be completely honest. That is literally what I do. I'll watch the saddest movie ever. I'll watch like sad clips or something. But not like the TikTok sad clips, like people doing the writing of, oh, life's like this, blah blah whatever. No. Not that. That's not what I mean. Don't do that. That's gonna make you feel worse, not just cry. Um like sad lo-fi music. There's no words, there's just the beats, but you can get that feeling, and like make yourself like have a little good cry.
Shiloh Dynasty.
Yes. Right there. That works too.
Also, hold on. Q, what the fuck are you eating?
Huh?
What the fuck are you eating?
Am I doing or am I eating?
What are you eating?
I'm not eating nothing.
Why did you just pull out the box?
Okay, I may or may not be making some cornbread.
Oh my
cornbread
god.
slaps.
Okay, buddy.
I feel like this is what's gonna have people watch our podcast, because we get off track a little bit, but we talk about like it's like that, and then we go right back on topic. It's great. Anywho's.
Like, I just see this nigga just open the box, and I'm like, what the fuck is... I didn't want to cut you off right there, so I had to wait till you paused. Because what the fuck?
Cornbread.
I love that movie, bro.
Bro, I'm hungry. Right. I'm young. I'm poor. There's no food in my house. The government won't give me food stamps. So,
oh damn,
you make too much.
With y'all.
And then,
is that what that is?
I gotta pay my bills and shit. So I'm poor. And then the rest of my money goes to 2K, bro. So like, what do they fucking expect? How can I?
Seriously?
My money goes to 2K.
2K is an expense for you,
bro. Yes.
I can't say shit. I buy a lot of clothes.
I spend probably $10 a month at the bare minimum, and that's minimum. But it's really like $30 a month on 2K at least, and that's
sad.
And that's only if I'm feeling broke. If I'm feeling generous for myself, I'm really about to spend probably like 50, 60 on 2K.
Okay.
Moving on.
I wasn't about to say that.
Is there anything anybody else wants to add? We've been on here for about almost an hour, probably over an hour.
Oh fuck!
This nigga here.
Okay. So with that being said,
yeah, like they were saying. With that being said,
guys,
Q, you got anything to say?
Cornbread.
Okay.
Okay, Q, do you have anything relating to podcast to say?
Yeah, not fucking food.
Yeah. Whatever you guys are going through, it'll be okay. It may seem like there's no hope and that you just want to give up and that there's no bright light at the end of the tunnel, but there is. There's people that care. Truly, seriously, there is people that care out there. Like I said, it may not seem that way, but honestly, it's just your brain telling you otherwise. So just
trick your brain.
Just so just hang in there, and you guys got this. That's all I really got to say.
Better see y'all here every week.
Yep. Okay, there's one more thing I want to say. There's always tomorrow. If you wake up in the morning and you're like, oh, I already fucked the day up, there's already tomorrow. There's tomorrow. You just gotta wait 24 hours. But like you said, it's gonna be okay. Sorry.
Mistakes. You're not perfect. Once again, we're only human. Everybody makes mistakes. So your mistakes do not
define you.
Exactly. So don't live by them. Don't hold yourself back because of something that you messed up 10 years ago and you don't think you could ever do it again. You can't.
Just take accountability and push through that. It's just milestone. Think about milestones. Everybody's hitting milestones. Just hit your milestone. It could be the smallest thing ever too. Be like, oh, I really did that. I really messed up, you know? But let's say you're in the same situation again, but you don't do the same thing again. That's a milestone.
Exactly.
It's habits. Breaking habits. Breaking habits. Sorry. Okay.
I do want to say something. But to what I said earlier, started the podcast. I hope all of my Florida people or all of my, Southern states living people. I really do hope y'all are okay. Also, Q hush. Also, also, I will be starting the Instagram for you guys if you guys want to reach us personally, as a group and talk to us as a group. I will be starting that soon. But yeah, I hope you guys are gonna have I hope you guys have a great week. I know this is probably gonna be posted on Wednesday, so I hope you guys have a great rest of your week. It's almost Friday. Did you wash your butt? I'm sorry. If you don't watch Berlizzi, then you don't understand. You don't understand if you don't watch Berlizzi. But anyway, that's all for me. I don't know about the rest of the fellows on here.
Nope. I'm good.
All I know is I got a book 2 to get to.
Alright, chat. I'll see y'all next week.
See y'all next week. Bye.
Bye.